And I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back.
What do you say to a young gay man, a young gay person?
To learn to fight. I mean, learn to fight. Learn to be a fighter. I am not advocating violence at all. So let's be clear about that. If you're gonna die, fight until you do.
Man. What's up, y'all? This is James from Not Free Project, and I'm telling you, I'm going to go right into this story right here because I just witnessed Jussie Smollett and that interview he did with Robin Roberts. This stuff is so well planned, and this stuff is so well thought out. I swear, this has got to be an episode of Scandal. It's got to be an episode of Scandal because only Shonda Rhimes could come up with something like this. Now, so anyway, so what am I talking about? So Jussie Smollett just did his interview with Robin Roberts, and man, kudos to you, brother, because you acted your butt off in that video, in that interview. That had to be one of the best scenes I've ever seen since Color Purple, when the old girl bust through those doors of the church and she started singing. Then she went up to her dad and said, "Even sinners have souls too." You did the darn thing when you did that with Robert Roberts. I'm telling you, because that was some good acting. The man's talking about all these things that were happening and so forth, and he goes into the whole story. And it just so happens that the camera that was over the light of the area where it happened was facing north. Unfortunately, it was facing north. So unfortunately, they don't have the footage that would really solve this case. That's another thing within this case that completely dismantles your story. My thing that's getting me, when you have mentioned that you were dropped off by a friend and you actually asked the friend, did they want something because you were going to run across the street to go over the subway. Now, if you don't run across the street to go over the subway, now I don't know how big the block was in terms of where you were. I don't know if you had to go around the corner to get to the subway, which is quote unquote across the street. With that being said, I'm in a car. My friend said they're going across the street to go to the subway to see if I can get something to eat out of there. And then I'm sitting in the car and I recognize that possibly a friend of mine is getting jumped, beat up, and having bleach poured on them. I'm going to jump out the car and run over there and try to take these other fools down. So you're telling me that there was someone in the car who did not get up and get out the car within that time frame of this happening. I'm like, so what was your friend doing? On the phone checking his Snapchat? I'm just trying to figure this stuff out. America is trying to figure this stuff out because right now there are too many holes in your story, bro. And then I'm like, when you get to that part where you literally said, if this had been Muslim, if this had been black, if this had been a Mexican, would the response be different? And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, wait a minute, wait. So you're telling me that everyone is doubting your story because you don't fall into the category of Muslim, you don't fall into the category of being Mexican, but you do fall into the category of being black. But you're gay. So therefore, we don't believe you. That is completely ridiculous. The fact that anyone has been accosted on the street, that right there makes everyone upset. That people, yeah, we agree with you on that. The thing that's getting us is that the details of the story just aren't coming together, and they're not gelling. It's not gelling, bro. And so that's what we're trying to figure out. It's like, man, this story just doesn't even make any sense. And I'm trying to figure out still, who walks around with bleach that time of the morning? Who walks around at 2 o'clock in the morning with bleach? I mean, do you just keep a little packet, a little pouch in your jacket? That's what I'm trying to figure. The crescendo of this whole thing is that dude started crying at the end and he made this passionate plea for young gay people to fight.
And I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back.
What do you say to a young...
To fight, not advocating violence, but if someone's trying to die, you die trying. If this is not a plea, again, this is just another way to push the homosexual agenda. And again, it is to tie African-American experience with the homosexual agenda. Because again, if you can get black people all riled up emotionally, if you can get us tied in, and that civil rights and the gay agenda civil rights, you tie them all together as being victimized by this culture, by this society. Man, this stuff is so well played out. It is so well written. I mean, I'm telling you, there has got to be the best writers in Hollywood probably putting this story up. At least that's my thought behind it, because this is just wild to me. That And then you get robbing robbers. Now, mind you, there's so much going on in the world. Raped, murdered, and all kinds of stuff that's going on. And the thing that's getting me is that we're focused on this. Robbing robbers, they're set lighting up and everything to focus on Jussie Smollett and his plea for young gay kids.
I just want young people, young members of the LGBTQ community, young black children to know how strong that they are. I'm an advocate. I respect too much the people who I am now one of those people. I don't know. Let's just hope that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go there yet.
That's what this was all about. That's what this is all about. It's turned into I've said it over and over and over. When you tie in victimhood, emotionalism, and with a civil, quote unquote, civil issue, and that civil issue being the right to exist as an open homosexual, then you'll get people to become your ally. And this is all playing very well to their end result of getting more and more people on the side of being ally. You know, I will say it again. I hope this did not happen. I'm praying that it didn't. I'm praying that this does turn out to be a hoax. No one should have to experience any type of violence because of any of those issues right there or their religious beliefs. Not at all. They should not experience that kind of violence. But the way that it's turning out, this turn looking like is one big old hoax. And again, it's got America talking, the blogs talking, the vloggers talking. I'm talking about this whole situation because it is a brainwashing of America. That big rainbow. Y'all did see the rainbow on his shirt, right? You saw it, right? That's what it's all about. I'm telling you. Bowing to the calf of that sexuality. All right, this is James from the Free Project. Remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. We love you, Jussie Smollett. We do not hate you, but this is too much. And again, I pray this did not happen to you at all. All right, peace.